And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, with the lone wolf himself, Mike Trizano, 3 days removed from his big UFC win. How are you feeling? Anything, any injuries or anything to report?
No, man, I'm solid. I feel great. Just the normal bumps and bruises from after a fight, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
Well, your face doesn't look like it has a blemish on it, which I don't quite understand because it was a brawl. But that's great that you're happy and healthy. I saw you go back and forth with John Anik on Instagram saying that it was the best you'd ever felt.
Yeah,
Why do you think that was? You think that was maybe like the time off that you had before you went in really healthy?
yeah, that's one of them. Just I felt amazing. I did everything I was supposed to do. I trained my butt off. Obviously, I've been working my hardest for the last 2 years, just trying to make a comeback, and I just did everything right. That was it. I had a game plan lined out with my coaches, and I did everything to a T. Got the W.
Yeah, no, you looked great in there. Um, One of the things that really stood out to me, obviously, you had clear advantage on the feet. Your opponent was able to take you down a little bit. But what really stood out to me was that you were constantly pressuring your opponent, like you're constantly walking him down in the cage. And I know that actually factors into the judges' scoring. Is that sort of a strategy that you had to stay on the offensive sort of 100% of the time in this fight? Or was it something that just sort of plays out that way when you get in there and match up with the opponent?
No, it was a game plan, man. I mean, he's a tough dude, dangerous fighter. Um, the whole game plan was to put a ton of pressure on him and take away his offense and make sure that he wasn't able to throw his head kick, which is what he was known for. And I'm pretty sure he only threw it like twice the entire fight, and both times I blocked it. So that was the whole plan from the beginning. I mean, I was warming up with Julio in the back, and that we literally just sparred for 20 minutes before I even walked out, just practicing exactly what I did out there. So, I mean, it's been months in the making, but that was the plan. Take away everything. He can't throw going backwards. It's hard. So that was the game plan from the start.
It is very tough and well executed. The submission at the end there looked like you might have, maybe an extra 10 seconds, 20 seconds might have gotten the tap. 3 seconds? 3 seconds.
Three, man. All I needed was like another 3 seconds and he was out.
That's what I was going to ask is how long you thought,
If you
that could
if
really
you
go.
rewatch it, because I rewatched it last night, and I even being in there, I think he like kind of passed out for half a second when Herb Dean broke us up,
Mhm.
because as soon as like his face was purple, and as soon as uh he took us off, he stopped it, he like fell on me and kind of
Right.
like went limp for a second, but then like came to. So all I needed was a few more seconds. That's it. It was tight, and I knew there was like 20 seconds left, so I was trying to just pull his head off. That's squeezing as hard as I could.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I hate is that when you cinch up, a submission with, a couple seconds to go and you just don't quite get there.
Yeah,
I think back to like Tony Ferguson and Charles Oliveira last year. Like how much longer could have that armbar have gone? Um,
yeah.
so I obviously you're happy and thrilled with the win coming back after so much time. But was there anything that stood out to you that you want to work on? I know that you're trying to get back in there soon, but was there anything that you said like, yeah, I'd actually like to, improve this piece?
Don't get taken down. I was frustrated myself. I should not have gotten taken down. There's half those are BS takedowns. It is what it is.
Yeah,
But I mean, he didn't do anything with them, and that was the whole thing. I mean, he just took me down. I mean, I didn't even get flattened out. I was on my butt, got to the cage, and then I was hitting him. So I was
right.
doing more damage on bottom than he was on top. He was just holding me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was definitely a turnaround from like when you got taken down in the Grant Dawson fight. Obviously, I mean, this opponent wasn't able to do much with you, so I think that shows a lot of improvement and
Yeah,
uh
man, been working hard.
absolutely, it shows. Um, you said you wanted to fight again. You said maybe June. You threw that out there. I was sort of looking through matchups. Not sure if you have somebody in mind. If you do, feel free to call them out. But I did see UFC 263. I know you want to crack the top 15. Number 14, number 15 going at it. Duadu and Evlov. Would you realistically like to step in if one of those guys, can't make weight or gets COVID or something?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any names like off the top of my head. I'm not really like a person who calls people out. I don't care. I want to fight, man. That's it.
Sure.
I got to make up for lost time.
Yeah, fighter's fighter. I mean, you mentioned the last time. I mean, you're off for 2 years, which I mean, I just can't even imagine, being off from my job for 2 years and then having to go right back in. And certainly no easy task. But how did you stay like so focused? Obviously, you like what you do, but how'd you stay so focused and motivated like in those 2 years? It's tough with an injury.
It was hard. I just had to just work every day, wake up, rehab, train hard. That was it, and just let time go by. It was definitely mentally stressful, but I got it done. That's it. Yeah, there's no way around it. You either work hard or you don't.
Right. Who
So
was your support system during that whole, 2 year layoff?
everybody, man, my family, my team, everybody just pushing me to work hard and get better. Everyone. It's it's a team effort, and
Yeah.
plus I gotta want it, and I did. So it was tough, but we made it.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely like very complimentary of your team, Tiger Schulman's. You want to just talk a little bit about that relationship and how good it's been for your career?
Yeah, man, we're a family. We're all training hard. Our minds are in the same exact spot. We all want to be champions. We all want to make each other champions. And every day, I'm training in a room full of killers, man. It's a tough room in there, and not many people can come and train with us and stay for a long time and hang, because it's just a tough room, from high level amateurs all the way to high level pros. No matter who you go with, you're going to get good work. So
Yeah.
it's just been awesome. I mean, I've been with them for 13 years, 14 years. So it's in my mind, we're at a level that's going to start to show for sure. So
Well, there's already a lot of talent, from your school and in UFC and MMA further. And I saw your Instagram this morning. I mean, there looked like there was, I don't know, 60, 70 guys in there working hard, and you yourself,
yeah,
3 days removed from
yeah,
a fight,
man.
working hard. I love to see it. One other thing that I noticed was on your most recent Instagram post, Grant Dawson actually commented, showed you some love. You showed him some love back. It's pretty cool when people can sort of go to war together and then respect each other after. Do you have a personal friendship with Grant, or just
Nothing personal, just a mutual respect. Both two guys, we fought. That's it. I
yeah,
mean, there's nothing to it. He's doing his thing in his career, and I'm back at it, and everybody's doing well. So, there's no bad blood, nothing like that.
yeah.
It's
I love
competition. That's
I
it.
love to see it. Would you someday be open to a rematch? Are you hungry for a rematch with Grant? Or
Yeah, man, I'd be down for that 100%.
me too.
I'm super competitive, so anytime I lose, I want to get back.
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
know,
bet. I
so
bet.
if our paths ever do cross again, I'm in.
Well, we know you'll be ready. Um, what inspired obviously new hairdo this time around? I know you talked about it a little bit in your post fight. You started growing it out during COVID. I know
Yeah.
that your fiance hates it. I know that you love it. Um, what's going on with the hair? Are we gonna see that in another fight, or do you think it's one and done?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to keep it. I love it, but
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I just decided to just grow it one day. That was it. There was no like specific thing that was like, oh, you should have a mullet like this and that. I kind of was just like, I'm gonna grow a mullet, and I started growing one.
yeah. Well, you grew a pretty badass mullet. I would say probably the best mullet in the UFC. I mean, the only one I can think of other than you is Ricky Simone. I think for a while had
Yeah,
the
he
mullet.
had one. Yeah,
Yeah,
and what's his name? Was known for having a mullet. Fought a while ago. I forget his name.
No, don't worry about it. We could probably find
Yeah.
it later. And what's with the American flag cowboy hat? I know that that's something that's been around a little bit longer, but what does that hat mean to you? Obviously, it's got some style.
Well, funny how that happened. So like it happened when I was on the show, and like we had a um a request list of things that we wanted, like while we were in the house, and because we couldn't go out and do anything, they would just get us stuff, so like
Right.
food or whatever we needed. So I had put down, because I wanted to walk out with an American flag and a cowboy hat. So I wrote down American flag, comma, cowboy hat. But I guess they missed the comma, and they got me an American flag cowboy hat. So it kind of just happened like that, and then I just started wearing it.
I love it. It's definitely signature. Yeah, they combine the best of both worlds for you.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
so outside of MMA, what are you doing for hobbies? What do you like to do?
I like to go hunting. I like to fish. I like to play video games. That's pretty much it. As hobbies, watch sports. I'm big into baseball, football. So that's pretty much it.
A lot of common themes with like hunting and fishing from a lot of UFC fighters. Did you see?
Yeah, it's surprised. I'm not sure. I mean, it's cool that a lot of guys do all that. It's good to get outside and do stuff like that. I think it's like the best like mental escape, just to be in the woods and in nature.
Yeah. Do you think that you could contest with Gregor Gillespie's fishing skills? He seems to think he's the best UFC fighter who can fish.
No, I'm not that great at fishing.
Well, at least you admit it. He's very confident. I saw a lot of people calling him
Yeah.
out after that.
I mean, I go
Um,
fishing, but not like to the degree they do. They go like a lot.
yeah,
I don't usually do it that much.
no, it's very much a part of his personality.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's catching some crazy stuff.
Yeah. I got one last question for you, and I was speaking with Austin Hubbard, UFC lightweight, like a month ago, and he was talking about trying to get fights in before his wedding. He has a wedding coming up, I think next February, and he was saying he was plotting out when he could fight, and he wanted to fight next January, the month before his wedding. I
Huh.
heard you talking about a July wedding and fighting in June. What is with
Yeah,
UFC fighters and wanting to fight the month before their wedding?
that's just what we do, man. Hell, my fiance is the one who told me I should fight before the wedding.
You're not
she's like, if you get a fight the week before, take it.
you're not concerned about like any injuries or blemishes on the face or anything?
It'll just fit the whole wedding scheme anyway. Oh, he's a fighter. Well, he gets married with a black eye.
I
Who
hear you.
knows?
I hear that's pretty cool. All right. Well, thanks, Mike, so much for coming on and chatting after the big win. And I hope you
Yeah, no, I
get a
appreciate it.
fight. Absolutely. Hope you get a fight next month.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
Take care. Bye.
All right, later, man.